Hi, I'm Wendy, and today I'm going to give you some tips on how to turn heads when you speak. Now, have you ever noticed some people seem to walk into a room and everybody turns around and looks at them immediately? They seem to be able to command that attention right from the outset. So, what do you think their secret sauce is to make those heads turn and those ears prick up the moment they speak? Well, you know what? It's not just about having the loudest voice in the room. It's not about having a booming voice and having a huge presence, physical presence either. It's not about mastering theatrical gestures or being the clown. Perhaps, having a sense of humour does help. So turning heads, though, when you speak is all about leaving a lasting impression, getting people's attention from the outset through a combination of confidence, authenticity, and a sprinkle of charisma. So today I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can turn heads when you speak. Now, the first tip is all about confident body language. I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. Your body language will enter the room long before you start speaking. It'll start speaking long before your mouth opens. So it's very important that you come across with a very positive, confident body language right from the outset. People will sit up and notice. So that means appropriate, confident eye gaze, facial expressions that are confident, not crossing your arms or putting any kind of barrier up in front of you, having standing tall, standing with your shoulders back, so looking as if you own the room. This is what often they tell people if they're on a stage and they're singing. Look as if you own the room. So, that will convey authority and engage your audience right from the very start. Master the power of pauses. I've also given a little tip before about the impact and the power of pause when you're speaking. Have you ever noticed how really impactful presenters use the power of pause when they're speaking? And another little strategy, a little sort of technique that you can use is when you pause, lock eyes, not in a creepy way, but lock eyes instantly with someone, and that just gives it that little edge as well. People will think, oh, what's happening? They'll anticipate. They'll be drawn into what you're about to say. So this technique also adds a certain rhythmic quality to your speaking. Just makes you sound just a little bit more captivating and memorable. Now, the next thing is crafting a compelling opening. Now, you don't have to tell a joke. You don't have to raise your voice. However, the first line or lines that you use should set the tone for the rest of your conversation. Pose a thought-provoking question, for example, or recount like an intriguing anecdote. Tell a little story that's instantly engaging. And if you are, humorous, you could tell a bit of a joke. Obviously, read your audience, read the temperature in the room, and be careful about that. A compelling opening captures people's attention straight away, and it signals that you are a person worth paying attention to. Just be careful about your facial expressions. They should be relaxed and friendly. Try smiling. If it's a bit hard, you might have to sort of practice that. Shake hands firmly. Use appropriate eye contact with people, and make sure that your voice is energetic. Speak with conviction and authenticity. Authenticity breeds connection. So speak with conviction about your topic and let your passion shine through. When you genuinely believe in what you're saying, others will believe you as well too. They won't have doubts and thinking, does this person really know what they're talking about? Okay, so avoid adopting a tone that is not like your own, or if it feels forced. You want to be true to yourself, and that's a secret in having a magnetic presence. So I hope you can incorporate these tips the next time you walk into a room to make sure that everyone's eyes are on you, you captivate them. It's not about speaking loudly. It's not about that, but it's all about what you can do to captivate them. So think about how you will tweak your approach the next time you enter to make sure that yours is the voice that everybody wants to listen to.